Hello, everybody. My name is Chase Carson, and I had the privilege of being the girls' head swimming and diving coach this year. I was so excited to accept this job being my first high school coaching season, and it was a great season. It was really a privilege to coach each and every one of the girls this year. We had a hardworking, funny, and frequently goofy team that represented FVS so well and left it all in the pool. Every swimmer on the team had numerous best times this season, and some by over 10 seconds. We had 8 state qualifiers, made finals in 2 relays and 5 individual events at state, and had an outstanding season overall. None of it would have been possible without my assistant coach, Erica Walker, and our diving coach, 𝗖𝗍cieญ่𝗰𝗵'𝘀. They did a phenomenal job coaching the girls and keeping me organized. I really cannot thank them enough for all their hard work and contribution to a great season. Now on to the awards. Our MVP award this year goes to a girl who swam as well as anyone in each and every meet this year. She constantly put her team first with her performances in her individual and relay events. Not to mention she broke her own school record this year in the 100 fly. This award goes to Stella R. Next, the Most Improved Award. This award was a little harder to determine because we had so many of the girls really make huge strides this season. This girl in particular has come so far since the beginning of the year. She started off unsure what exactly she wanted to swim this season, and later became a staple in the 200 free and 100 back. One particular Saturday practice where she absolutely cooked the main set really solidified this award for her. Most Improved goes to Ainsley J. Lastly, the Coaches Award, maybe even harder than determining Most Improved. Coach Walker and I went back and forth in this one too, once again several deserving swimmers. This swimmer in particular embodied the definition of a great teammate and hard worker. She came to practice every day ready to work and leave it all in the pool. She encouraged her teammates every meet and was an amazing captain. She excelled above and beyond in the pool this season and made state for the first time, in 2 events not to mention, and finals at state in the 50 free. This Coaches Award goes to Lily Christofferson. Thank you all for a great season, and sorry I couldn't be here in person today. So proud of each and every one of you.
The 2024-25 JV boys basketball season was an odyssey of hard work, new concepts, struggle, and small triumphs. While at times we would not be judged poorly for crying out, "Stop giving me your toughest battles," our team stood their ground and gave their all in every contest. Although wins were few and far between, we racked up numerous moments to be proud of, whether it was a tremendous defensive effort against Lotus, avenging last year's loss to Calhan, or spontaneously devising several dozen variations of our blob play. In all ways, we approached the season with an intrepid spirit and displayed both determination and sportsmanship at every turn. It was a great learning year, and one in which our players should be proud of the progress we made. The Most Valuable Player Award goes to a player who learned to lead by example and by word during the season. A tremendous defensive presence and spark plug on offense, he harnessed both his athleticism and his competitive fire in a way that allowed us to find success on the court that we wouldn't have found otherwise. It is in recognition of that growth in leadership and maturity, as well as the value and spiciness that he brought to the court, that the MVP award goes to 𝗼𝗆𝘆𝗀. The Most Improved Player Award goes to a first-year player who had an incredible impact on both sides of the ball. From an uncertain beginning, this player quickly developed as the year went on and earned his starting spot through hard work and the will to win every possession. A strong, determined, and stalwart player who fought for every point, rebound, and block that he made, all behind the most fogged-up goggles that I have ever seen. The Most Improved Player Award goes to Scott Liu. The Coaches Award goes to the player who found something else to be known for besides his fairness, good nature, and sportsmanship. This player added new traits to his repertoire: strong defensive play, timeliness in attack, willingness to take the good shot, and shockingly enough, a bit of a jawing mean streak, though of course he would apologize for it immediately afterwards. In honor of his growth as a player while not losing touch with his true self, the Coaches Award goes to Tejin Monroe.
This was quite the year for girls basketball at FVS. We started out not even knowing if we would be able to have enough players for a team, But 8 players stepped up, took a risk, and maybe tried something new, and we ended up having an amazing season. Our lights-out defense and blistering transition offense kept opposing teams on their heels, and every player contributed on the court. Fierce competitors, the team ended up with an 8-5 record, never losing a game by more than 6, and beating teams by an average of 19 points. We also made sure to have some fun along the way with plenty of dance-offs, impromptu wrestling matches, scavenger hunts, and our favorite shooting game, measles. Before we get to the awards, a quick shout-out to 𝗍𝗹𝘆𝗀𝗀 for scoring 25 points in our last game. One more than the other team combined. Most improved player goes to an athlete brand new to the game of basketball who worked hard every day in practice with a smile and grew into an excellent defender who shored up the back of our defense off the bench. She needs to work on the traveling still, but most improved player goes to Maëlys Gibson. Most valuable player goes to a player returning to basketball after taking a hiatus. This player was a force to be reckoned with on both sides of the ball and rose up to take the team on her shoulders when we needed her to the most. This year's most valuable player goes to Phoebe Bain. And finally, the Coach's Award goes to a player who played almost every minute of every game for the second year in a row. We occasionally had to remind her that she is tall, but she dominated under the basket on defense, racking up double-digit blocks in almost every game. She was our leader both on and off the court. This year's Coach's Award goes to Asha Monroe. Thank you to everyone who came out and supported the team and saw some awesome, if sometimes chaotic, basketball. Come out and play next year. Go Danes!
This season for the FVS basketball team was really successful by all measures. I want to thank Coach 𝗍𝗆𝗄𝗍𝗍 for all of his hard work this year and really setting the team up well as we started the season and as we went through and as things evolved day by day. We had a really great season. As I said, we started off 3-0. And then we hit a real tension point in the middle of the season where we really had to dig deeper, grow, refine our processes, and really come together as a team. And we really did that. And it shows in how in the last half of our season, we really hit our stride as a group. And we learned how to really play together in an amazing way. And we went on a 7-game win streak, ending up winning 8 out of our last 9 games, which is really, really awesome for our guys. And I'm super proud of the work that they put in. And they learned how to play the game the right way, which is just amazing as a coach to be around. Our MVP, this player was second in the league in scoring. Certified bucket getter, really. He could score from anywhere on the court, all 3 levels, from outside, from mid-range, around the rim, post-ups, in transition. Great shooter, probably our best shooter. Our most valuable player is Jaden Lopez-Hardy. Our most improved player, this player started off on the bench playing 5-6 minutes a game, probably in the first 5 or 6 games of the season. But he didn't hang his head. He kept working really hard day in and day out in practice, which as a coach is like, what else could you ask for? And every opportunity he got, he showed better and better skill, better and better effort, better and better team chemistry, really playing the game at a high level. And by the end of the season, this player was in our starting lineup, really helping our team on both sides of the ball. So our most improved player is Robert Dixon Jr. the Coaches Award. So this player was absolutely, without a doubt, the leader of our team. He could do everything on a basketball court well. Really a jack of all trades. Offensive weapon, could score at the rim, really punish players in transition. Probably, in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, the best defensive player in our league. He had several games with 5 or more steals. A great rebounder, and also our best ball handler, leading our offense and leading our defense. So the Coaches Award goes to Nick Prentill.
The winter climbing team had their best season in 5 years. Boasting a steady rise in league rankings as the season progressed, climbers pushed their own limits, improved their technique, learned new skills, and cultivated an impressively cohesive team culture. The highlight of our season was definitely when both the girls and the boys team took home second place at the Southern Colorado Regional Championships hosted here at FVS. I'm feeling so proud that I could give out 6 or 7 awards today, but I've needed to narrow it down to only 3. First, the Most Valuable Climber Award. This climber was one of our co-captains and brought seemingly endless energy and motivation to bear at every practice and during every competition. He encouraged others to be their best selves, and he communicated proactively with the coaching team in order to help us provide the best programming we could. He was the climber making sure everyone was maintaining good hydration and nutrition and getting quality sleep. In short, he was the paragon of student leadership. And his contributions to the FVS climbing program will reverberate long after he receives his diploma. This year's Most Valuable Climber Award goes to 𝗪'ξηญ่-𝗰𝗵'𝘀. Next, we have this year's Most Improved Climber. The winner of this award started the year with little to no climbing experience, but his potential was obvious to me and the other coaches. By the end of the season, he was pushing into the upper grades and climbing with precision. In the middle of the season, this climber was finishing just behind some of the upperclassmen who helped bring FVS to a second-place finish at Pure Bouldering Gym. To recognize this climber for his effort, growth, and potential, this year's Most Improved Climber Award goes to Mateo L.A. As I said before, I could give out several more awards today, but the final award of the day is the Coaches Award. This climber placed in the top 10 in all 7 of the regular season competitions they attended, including regionals. Perhaps their most impressive performance was at Fountain Valley Regionals, when they climbed roped routes number 14, 15, and 17 first try. This climber placed second at regionals, helping the girls' team to a second-place finish on the Danes' home turf. I could list a season's worth of impressive competition moments, remarkable climbs during practice, but most importantly, this climber was a foundation of our team, providing team members with motivation, encouragement, mentorship, and inspiring climbing performances. I'm incredibly excited to see what they accomplish in climbing in the years to come. This year's Coaches Award goes to Fabian K. 𝗫𝗀𝗋𝗀.